Unless we think that we are above or beyond the need of relationships, if we think I can do this by myself, we need to remember carefully the example of Jesus, who was as personally healthy and self-aware of his identity as anyone who's ever lived, who was as mentally healthy as anyone who's ever lived, who was spiritually perfect, and yet he still chose to be with people, and he still carried people with him in his most intense moments of life. Mount of Transfiguration, for instance, we might think of that only as a glorious moment, but Luke's account of that shows us that when he's there on the mountain with Moses and Elijah, they're discussing with him his departure, which was to happen in Jerusalem. Just a few verses later, Luke 9, verse 51, is where Jesus sets his face to go toward Jerusalem, which is talking about his suffering. Well, on this occasion, when he goes to the mount to talk about that and to aim himself at the mission of God, he carries Peter, James, and John. Mere hours before he's arrested, and he is in fact arrested in the Garden of Gethsemane. It's there at the foot of the Mount of Olives. He's praying, and he's praying alone to the Father. He's praying fervently, but he's not too far away from his disciples that he brought with him, Peter, James, and John. Jesus benefited from and himself knew the value of necessary relationships, relationships that build us up, that keep us on track, that build us up in the Lord. So since Jesus needed this constant support, so too we are not beyond it in our own lives, and we need it as well.